Hallstatt is a small village in the district of Gmunden, in the Austrian state of Upper Austria. Situated on Hallstatter See, it is part of the Dachstein/Salzkammergut cultural landscape, one of the World Heritage Sites in Austria. Hallstatt is known for its production of salt, dating back to prehistoric times, and gave its name to the Hallstatt culture, a culture often linked to Celtic and Proto-Celtic people of the early Iron Age Europe, c. 800, 450 BC. Some of the earliest archaeological evidence for the Celts was found in Hallstatt. Situated between the southwestern shore of Hallstatter See and the steep slopes of the Dachstein Massif, the village lies in the geographical region of Salzkammergut region, on the national road linking Salzburg and Graz. Salt was a valuable resource, so the region was historically very wealthy. It is possible to tour the world's first known salt mine named Salzwelden, located above downtown Hallstatt. Today, Hallstatt is a tourist destination and the village can be toured on foot in 10 minutes. In 1846, Johann Georg Ramsauer, 1795–1874, discovered a large prehistoric cemetery near Hallstatt, which he excavated during the second half of the 19th century. Eventually the excavation would yield 1,045 burials, although no settlement has yet been found. This may be covered by the later village, which has long occupied the whole narrow strip between the steep hillsides and the lake. Some 1,300 burials have been found, including around 2,000 individuals, with women and children but few infants. Nor is there a princely burial, as often found near large settlements. Instead, there are a large number of burials varying considerably in the number and richness of the grave goods, but with a high proportion containing goods suggesting a life well above subsistence level. The community at Hallstatt exploited the salt mines in the area, which had been worked from time to time since the Neolithic period, from the 8th to 5th centuries BC. The style and decoration of the grave goods found in the cemetery are very distinctive, and artifacts made in this style are widespread in Europe. In the mine workings themselves, the salt has preserved many organic materials such as textiles, wood, and leather, and many abandoned artifacts such as shoes, pieces of cloth, and tools including miners' backpacks, have survived in good condition. Finds at Hallstatt extend from about 1200 BC until around 500 BC, and are divided by archaeologists into 4 phases. Hallstatt AB are part of the Bronze Age Urnfield culture. Phase A saw Villanovan influence. In this period, people were cremated and buried in simple graves. In Phase B, tumulus, barrow or kurgan, burial becomes common, and cremation predominates. Little is known about this period in which the typical Celtic elements have not yet distinguished themselves from the earlier Villanova culture. The Hallstatt period proper is restricted to HAC and had, 8th to 5th centuries BC, corresponding to the early European Iron Age. Hallstatt lies in the area where the western and eastern zones of the Hallstatt culture meet, which is reflected in the finds from there. Hallstatt D is succeeded by the Latine culture. Hallstatt C is characterized by the first appearance of iron swords mixed amongst the bronze ones. Inhumation and cremation co-occur. For the final phase, Hallstatt D, daggers, almost to the exclusion of swords, are found in western zone graves ranging from c. 600 to 500 BC. There are also differences in the pottery and brooches. Burials were mostly inhumations. Hallstatt D has been further divided into the subphases D1 D3, relating only to the western zone, and mainly based on the form of brooches. Major activity at the site appears to have finished about 500 BC, for reasons that are unclear. Many Hallstatt graves were robbed, probably at this time. There was widespread disruption throughout the western Hallstatt zone, and the salt workings had by then become very deep. By then the focus of salt mining had shifted to the nearby Hallen salt mine, with graves at Durenberg nearby where there are significant finds from the late Hallstatt and early Latine periods. Much of the material from early excavations was dispersed, and is now found in many collections, especially German and Austrian museums, but the Hallstatt Museum in the town has the largest collection. Oh yeah! Before I forget, hit the subscribe button below for more videos to come. YouTube will notify you our new uploaded videos. Thank you for watching.